Hey, what's up, you guys? Fox127, Super Kami Guru, and it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been about a month since I've done anything video oriented, or at least a commentary. I've been pretty. I don't want to say busy because I'm not really busy. Haven't really been up to it, you know. But here I am, kind of like a month late, but I kind of want to get started on my commentary work and just trying to get back onto my dailies, and we'll see how that goes. I've been having a lot of internet trouble, so that kind of led to some issues, and I don't really feel like uploading when it's gonna keep crashing, you know. But anyways, let's get to the heart of the matter today. I kind of just want to make a quick video, and I'm gonna keep track of myself. It's 8:16 right now. 8:18, my bad. I'll try to keep this about a 6-minute video. Just keep it flat. And I was asked a question today by a friend of mine, and also a member of a group that I'm part of, YGIL. And it's a question I've been asked before by other people, and I feel a lot of people who play this game and they kind of have some seniority over other people that get asked the same question. And the question is, what do you think about when you're making a deck, when you're building a deck, you know? And I always feel it's a really broad question. I don't know where to really start, other than depends on the deck, because that's really where it starts, you know. It depends on what you're building. You have to think of the core, like what the deck absolutely needs, and then you think of all the staples you gotta add in to make it, you know, so it's consistent. And then you gotta think of your personal attacks, like stuff that always works for you and only for you, or thing that most people agree on that should go in, you know. And an amazing like an example of this for me that I can present to you guys is on Dueling Network I run 7 different kinds of Glads. That's just my favorite deck, and I keep trying to figure stuff out to do with them. And instead of just adding small stuff, I think of maybe I'll play it this way, maybe I'll play it that way. So a couple months in, I ended up with 7 different kinds of decks. You know, I think at some point there was a little more than that, but they were just getting very similar, so I just reduced the number down. But right here, you'll see the deck I currently use is Be Stunning. It's not really stun anymore as it was back with the video GB Stun. It goes into stun with the side deck. As you can see, I go into Grand Mole, Pigment Soldier, the 2 Snowman Eaters, Smashing Grounds, all that's sighted in. And then in my real deck, the smashings are actually in main deck, and then some stuff's out. Since I still don't have an Evac Veiler, I keep refusing to get one, and I don't know why. Every time I have a chance to get one, I don't do it. So it's just me. Also, Master's Tricks are no longer inside deck. I don't really fear erratics. They're not really running rampant as they were when they first came out. But back to the topic, it's just I feel you have to look at what you absolutely need. Like in Glads, you gotta think, well, obviously I need a Bestiary, I need my Liquares, I need Equest, Darius, Ramillo, and Retiari. And then the ones you don't always need is, most people don't really agree that I run 3 Liquares, but I like 3. That's my personal thing. I like Sam Knight, and I only like running 1 Darius. That's just how I play the deck. I feel I don't have to rely on Darius all the time. It's just, if I can use him, I use him, and if not, I don't tag out, you know. I keep him in main deck, or I use him as a 1700 beater when he's in my hand. And I just feel he's necessary. I would never run none, but I never really liked running 2. Most of the time I would just keep recycling the 1 and drawing into the second one, which I felt was a waste. And then with Proving Grounds, I run 2. Most people don't like running them at all. Some people like running 3. For a time I was running 3, but it didn't work for me. Like, I was just drawing them, and there's not enough monsters in this deck. I run it at 14 monsters max. And then I run a Gores because even though I run heavy backfield, it gets cleared pretty quickly. Like, warnings won't be set for multiple turns. The Chariots will be used pretty quickly. So my back row isn't really going to be stuck for very long. So Gores works for me. A single Ryo, just because that's all I need. I don't need 2 Ryos in this deck. I don't feel the need for a second one. I never really regret not having him in my hand, and I don't ever regret when he's on the field. I mean, yeah, I run 2 search cards, but I don't have to use them. I can just wait for where I was gone, or just tag into my monsters. I run a Cyber Dragon for quick beat stick, and he also opens up rank 5s. I can special summon it, and then get an Esadari on the field. That's a free rank 5 for me. Yeah, it takes a little bit of material-wise, it takes a little bit, but it's not bad. I can go to a Tyrius or an Adrius pretty quickly when I need it, and it helps me, and that's the personal tech of it. And that's the thing you have to think about last, Just, that's all I can really say. Just work on what you absolutely need, and then add in your staples, like your heavy, your MSTs, your Book of Moons, all that stuff. The stuff you have to run in a deck. You can't really run a deck without, I mean, you can, but it's not very often you'll see someone not run a Book of Moon, or not run a Solemn Judgment, or not run MSTs. Yeah, you can go without heavy, but you need at least 1 or 2 MSTs in there, unless your deck can provide constant spell destruction. Like, the reason I run 2 is because I have a Bestiary. That's pretty much my 3rd MST anyways. So, that's really all I can say about the topic, and I don't know what else to add, and I'm pretty sure it's not very helpful. I always have trouble explaining that to people. It's kind of broad, but just as a quick wrap up, just think of the things you absolutely need, and then think of your personal needs. Yeah, I mean, you have a side deck to cover all your weaknesses, but you can cover some of your weaknesses in deck, and that's just what you got to think about. You really just got to sit down and be like, well, I need this, I need that, but I don't really need this. Then just go from there. And the one thing I absolutely recommend is don't just get stuck on one format. Make multiples. Make at least two different decks that are the same archetype. Like, let's say you want to build something difficult. I can't really think of one, but like with my GBs, I could never just play with one. Like, I had to figure everything out. It would work. I tried Icarus Glads, I tried Rabbit Glads, I tried the Stun Glads. You just got to think of all the possibilities you can do with one deck, and then try each one out until you find the one you like the most. And from there, just keep working and working and working. It takes a lot of work to find something you like to play, and then it takes even more work to perfect what you like to play. Winning isn't everything. I'm not very good at the game. I can do like average, but that's pretty much all that matters. You just gotta play for fun, and just remember it's a game. So if you can take anything out of it, just work on your deck and think of all the possibilities and have fun. That's really all that matters. So this is Fox127, Super Kami Guru.